My pubes are longer than my dick,
John May.
and I've got a big dick. Ask any girl on County Road.
Hold on, Shield.
He looks like he's got Bob Marley in the triangle.
Hello, welcome back. Episode 34 of the What's Happening podcast, brought to you, as always, by Orange County CBD. Put them on the screen now.
We don't.
Use code Happenin 10 at checkout. You get 10% off all your orders at Orange County CBD. That's your vape liquids, your CBD oil, your CBD jellies, which you've got a very vast range of. Code Happenin 10 gets you the 10% discount off anything.
They're very flavoursome as well, aren't
Yeah, very flavoursome indeed.
T/Taze.com. Get that on the screen.
I thought you were having a stroke then.
You all know T/Taze now. Or your crypto investment, your financial guides. Get over to T/Taze.
Trading.
Manscaped, innit? Matthew, Manscaped. What did he provide us with, lad?
So Manscaped provides with the Lawnmower 4.0, the Crop Reviver, and the Crop Preserver. Use code WHP20 at checkout for 20% off.
Yeah. And even people who've had a stroke can use them.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that's what I told me.
That's the symptoms of the Crop Reviver. They'll say that.
They work well in a mirror as well, because my Ned Kelly is fucking massive, so I can't see me ball bag without a mirror. So I've got a little dentist mirror out like that, and it's got a light on it, so like that.
It has actually the
lights
the light bar slide.
My pubes are currently longer than my dick, so what happens is it gets stuck in the belly.
It's doing a Yui.
They're that long, so maybe I need to get on
And without going to the gym.
We've got John May. John, how we fucking been, lad?
How fucking sounds about?
Marvellous.
Yeah.
You've been telling us on the first tape.
Don't tell them that, man.
The cameras didn't stop
It was going on
working.
for half an hour.
You were in Frogem today, John, because we don't know what happened.
Bet you had a fall, though.
I had a fall,
I thought you might have done, you know.
Yeah, I had a fall. It was a very nasty fall,
Nasty fall.
I tumbled down a hill. Fucking cockroach, I couldn't get back up. People were helping me.
So, lockdown. In lockdown, we could. Do you know what? Yeah. In lockdown, couldn't get rid of you. Yeah.
Right.
Every time I went on my phone, you were always there. What made you start? Was it just because of lockdown and boredom, or was you going before lockdown actually?
Well, not with the characters, no.
No.
We started the day of lockdown.
Yeah.
I was prepping for a bodybuilding show. And then it was like, what the fuck am I meant to do now? So I just done this video with these two women. And then because I was on my own, stuck in the flat, I just started getting wigs out and all that.
Slap it into reverse. Why have you got wigs? I just started getting wigs out.
Why do you think he's got wigs on?
To be fair. What do you think? Because he's got a swimming cap on his head.
I wouldn't have that. Flattened it there, man.
It's because he's got a skin-coloured swimming cap on.
Wigs? I don't fucking know.
Is there anything to do with the business that you know?
No.
You see a Netflix documentary in a few years, John May, the murderer, the wig murderer.
But they don't want us to screen in black and white. Things were fine until they weren't.
So what was you doing before that then? What do you mean prep? So you were a bodybuilder, was you?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Was you an actual bodybuilder?
That was my second show.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. No, man, we can sell that for sale. Yeah, I'm on
I was thinking he's a bodybuilder.
Fat bodybuilder.
He's just been stuck in bulking season.
Anyway.
Yeah, pot kettle black, innit?
So yeah, calling the kettle fat.
Yeah, I done this big fucking, I got like an awards off the bodybuilding Saturday.
I watched your journey. What started it? Yeah, what started it?
Did you watch it when I first done it?
The first ever time that you did it was watching all your stories and everything.
I was as fat as I am now. No, I was fatter. And I just had enough, and I just thought, fuck it, I'll do it. So I was going to this gym and I seen all these lads doing these bodybuilding competitions and stuff, and I thought, I could do that.
Yeah.
So I went, can you help me? This coach Carl Tini, and he went, he just looked me up and down and I went,
kicking the tires like looking at the car.
He was like, it's going to be hard work, And I went, fuck it, I'll do it. And I done it. And I lost.
How long did it take you? How long did it take you?
7 months.
7 months?
Really?
What did you go to and from?
I went from around, what was it? What did I lose? Sure, it was like 16.8. And I went down to 10.5 stone.
Fuck off.
Yeah. But I sustained my muscles.
He looked like the boy in the striped pyjamas at the end of it.
Yeah, I looked alright, but I got an award off the bodybuilding
What? That's
federation.
sick,
on you, lad.
Boss, yeah.
Me beard had a couple of wanks over it, like.
So do I.
Glory days.
Pure nostalgia.
Days
Gotta
of
love
high
yourself.
school, like. That used to be me, that.
So,
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
so what made you go from, like, obviously, while you were prepping for that? Like,
getting a wig out.
yeah, it was,
That was the first show, and I put a bit of weight back on. I thought, right, I'm going to do it again. So in 2020, I started it.
Yeah.
So it was like 3.5 months in, and I was looking great. And the show got cancelled because of COVID.
Yeah.
Heavy.
So I was just sitting in the flat, I was like, and I just done this little story on Instagram, and then it just sort of went off. And then literally I was in my barbershop, and like I was playing women, and I was in my barbershop, and I looked in one of the cupboards, and it was a wig. I thought, right, I was going to give it a fella, and that's when Kenny Corona come on. And I done this video about him talking about COVID and stuff like that, and it just went mad. So I created a little narrative like
Sick, that.
Sick.
You
So
still
like me
see
and
them all the
Tiger.
time.
Yeah, I
though.
see them
I
all the
always
time.
see the new ones, and then the ones you've done like a year ago, 2 years ago, nearly, they still pop up and that now, like different pages.
they? Yeah.
Who would you say, Ari, the characters you do, who would you say is your favourite to do? I've got mine. Not who I like to play, but I mean,
Craig.
yours.
I've got mine.
Craig's my favourite. He's easy.
Yeah.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Well, Turkey's all right.
I like Turkey Teeth.
Yeah,
He's
everyone likes
easier,
Turkey. I don't like Kenny. Well, I do like him, but it's hard work.
Who's the only
It's funny the way you say them like
Yeah.
Derek's sick, lad.
Yeah,
Derek's
he's
sick.
good,
He sells a bit. Lads, strap, lads. You see that getting this? I thought we were mates, lad. Lad, that clip has me a bit.
Oh, no way.
It's the sickest.
Yeah, Derek's all right, but yeah, Craig, I like Craig.
Craig.
'Cause he's a bit like me.
And you still do all these characters still now? You're still making regular
Yeah,
content of all
we've
these
done one in
characters?
Turkey not long ago.
Yeah.
It's Boss the one in Turkey, you know.
Yeah.
Turkey and his mate Lemo Lips go to
I've seen that, yeah.
Boss, and we've done this half an hour one. It's brilliant. It's Boss.
That's sick.
With the characters, did you just make them all up off the spot, or did you ever use them like back in acting days and all that, where you could call upon them, or?
No, it's just like we all know someone who
People
says,
who are
"Oh, guys,"
relatable, aren't they?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I've got a
yeah.
mate who says, "Yeah, guys are Lawrence."
So,
But I think that's a Liverpool thing now. Tomorrow. So I thought, right, well, what can I make him different? And I thought, I'll give him that thing in his voice. And like Craig, I was talking about this before, it's like people from over the water, for a minute you think they're a Scouser, and then he say polo. Or, I used to go over there, mate, or they say the pool.
Oh, like,
and
like,
it's
they
like,
say
like,
like.
Like.
You give it a like.
Oh, shit good. I was like, oh, shit good, that, mate. So I thought, I'll bring another character in when he drops the O's. You say shit good.
What's it mean?
People from over the water say shit good.
But for what?
But is that a good or is that
Yeah,
like,
like
yeah,
shit,
no, means
No,
no, but no,
shit
yeah,
good,
means yeah.
that, mate.
Like that good, that. Yeah. They say like proper bang on, like.
I heard about it.
Snooty, man.
Is that like Geordie or something? I mean, they're like,
Fucking lad, people
no,
from
you say bang on, in whatever accent you do. You say bang
too
on.
far down the M6 there, Annie.
Yeah, he's there, like, they're people from the world, and it's like, who the fuck are you speaking to?
Oh, fucking hell. Reverse a bit
So what are
there,
you
mate.
doing with yourself now then, John? So obviously you've took a big massive step from going from just doing the characters on social media to now you're doing like your own shows, doing these characters and that. Like, how's that taking off for you?
It was great. Like the first set of shows that I'd done, we sold 4 nights in 60 seconds.
Fuck
And I was like, fucking hell. But I hadn't even written a show.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, and then I was like, wow, okay. So it sold like, I didn't even know what I was going to do.
Yeah.
I just thought it was me.
Did you have acting background before this then?
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
up
I've
in
seen
that
him on-
years,
Oh, did you have acting background?
Yeah.
Wait, what's the
Who's Derek?
Yeah.
Who's Derek? That was a big one.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
because I was going to say to you, it must have been quite hard if you didn't have acting background to just be like, oh, I'm going to do my own show
Oh,
now.
I've been
But
an actor for years. I've
Years,
been in all
fine,
kinds.
fine.
Yeah, done loads.
You're still like starting your own academy or whatever.
So you're not,
Was
Yeah,
that an
I've
idea?
done that for quite a few years. I've done that for about 4 years.
Yeah.
you know what? Yeah, what?
Just an
Academy.
acting class.
I'll do it, yeah.
So
Oh,
just giving some like people opportunities to sort of like, because people want to start acting and they don't know where to start.
Yeah.
And everyone can act really.
Quite
so,
hard to get into, I think.
Well, it is because I think I don't know, I'm from a working class background, so like people like me don't do that type of thing.
Yeah.
So I make it in a space where people feel comfortable to do it.
Well, me and him did it for years.
Yeah.
He played a dead kid that got bought into my train.
I met him when we were about what?
Did you?
13 or something, and we were doing acting, and we were in all like stuff like theatre shows and that. Like we were doing loads for years. I only stopped doing it when I was about 19. Man.
Why did you stop?
Because like, I had an agent at the time.
Because he found Ket.
I had an agent at the time, and she weren't really doing much for me. like it was just extra work and stuff and that, and like I enjoyed it, but I was just like,
didn't you ever look though?
But
didn't you look and think it's my talent? That's why I'm only getting extra work.
Well, nah, because obviously like I'm immensely talented, so I'd never really think that. To be honest.
Were you with like I like an extra agency though?
No, like so my agent that I got, I think I went with when I was about like, I don't know, 15, 16.
Because an extra's not an actor.
No, well, I know, yeah. Like,
It's just a prop made of meat.
She was getting me parts in like, she was getting me parts in like theatre tours. I was doing like adverts that were like for like Marvel and all stuff like that.
Oh, Tuppence, Costumesi.
Yeah.
He was in Tuppence.
I was in the first ever tour of that. I was doing the first ever run of it, and then she just.
How old was you?
I was about 17, but I looked.
Someone needs to get the video up of you doing Captain America thing.
You played 4 on chemo, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, he was bad, lad. Yeah,
His little short back in the leg, he went like that. With a little hammer.
Said on chemo.
Yeah.
You're horrible.
Yeah. She just stopped getting me work, so I like it.
That's a nice story of it. Yeah.
That's it.
Why did you stop it, Bobby? Actually, why did you stop doing it? Just couldn't be arsed.
It's not that I couldn't be asked. It was just
couldn't be asked.
You're at 17 now, aren't you? You want to explore.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd done it for that long, and I was getting all right jobs off it. But then it was like when I think it was more when COVID hit and nothing was going down and all, and I just
that's when you give up.
Yeah.
And that's when you grew.
And it's not like I haven't given up. I'd go back to it in a heartbeat because I used to love it when I was a kid. I used to love doing the acting and that when I was a kid.
Here's why I probably done these videos, right? So I've been an actor for years, and mate, the amount of auditions I've been to.
Oh, it's bad, isn't it?
I've been to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, right? I've done all right. But every time I go to an audition, it costs me £100 just to get
You're getting trains to London, a whole day in London and that.
I always thought, eventually, just keep at it, John, just keep at it.
Yeah.
And eventually it'll come. But I'm like, I'm getting on a bit now. Yeah. And I thought, my mate, a casting director, said, I'm getting a bit fucking sick. What if it doesn't come?
Yeah.
He said, well, you need to make your own stuff. So I wrote this short film about the Catholic Church. It's quite like fucking deep, like.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not comedy.
Yeah.
So I wanted to write that and then get funding for it and showcase myself as an actor and a writer and a director and whatever and stuff like that. And then COVID's come, and this is one of the other reasons as well. So I've, like, my agent can only get me in so many rooms.
Yeah.
But I've done my own stuff. So I'm showcasing myself. Yeah. And social media is a platform to do it.
It is. So social media is if you use it the right way, it's a big tool these days as well. I think.
It's a business, lad, isn't it? You can use your platform as a business.
So you were saying then about, like, you were asking why aren't you getting the right roles and all that. Did you ever get to a point where you were like, I'm fucking done with this?
Yeah.
I never, ever, ever, ever will.
No?
Yeah. You think?
I don't think I will.
Did you ever come to a point, though, in the past where you felt like that? No, I know people give up. No, I don't think I'll ever stop. Yeah.
The best way to look at anything you're doing.
That's it, yeah.
If you do it, lad, it'll always turn out better than what it was back then anyway, so you might as well stay on it.
Do you still do auditions now then?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You got with an agency in there?
Yeah, I've been with the same agent for years. What have I just done? I've just done a BBC drama. I've just done a pilot for Channel 4.
Sick.
Oh, fucking hell.
And I've got a fucking money supermarket advert.
Can you say too much about them? Can you say too much about them?
It's a pilot. The pilot was like this comedy show for Channel 4. Yeah. And then it's like, what's it called? Champion. It's like a new BBC drama.
Sick that. Do you know what it's? They said like too much about what it's about, or?
No, it's just like it's about this rapper called
O'Shea.
No. What was his name? Bosco Champion. So it's meant to be like this new big thing.
Was there anyone in it like who was like a big name or anything like that?
Not that I knew, like
apart from John May, of course.
John May.
Well, yeah, I've done loads of I was in Time. I was in Little Boy Blue.
Oh, was you in Time as well?
Yeah.
I remember you in Little Boy Blue.
Well, I wasn't in Little Boy Blue, but I was do you know the bit where Stephen Graham was on the phone and someone was going, the Jimmy's a fucking grass. That was me on the phone too.
Was he? Yeah.
That's my little
We had a guest who was on Time. No.
Oh, Lee Morris.
Oh yeah, Lee Morris as well.
He played Sean Bean's son. No, like the half-cast lad.
Oh, in Time?
Oh, yeah. He was
on the podcast.
Yeah, a few months ago.
I met him years ago through doing the acting and that. We used to do a few little bits together.
He was in LMA.
Yeah,
that's where we went.
Did you? Yeah.
Mad-
I was
mad
the
gaff,
first
that.
ever student to sign up for LMA.
It's a mad gaff, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Oh my God,
was.
first
Because
ever
I used to have something
You
called...
fossil dick.
I do feel old here, like. Yeah, I used to have something... Yeah,
I'm old and fat in the corner, lad.
I used to go to something called the Acting Academy, Red Hot Media, they were called.
I remember
I've heard
seeing
of them.
shit about
Yeah.
3 years ago.
He said, we're starting like a college and that.
Yeah.
I was like, well, because I thought I'm an actor, I'm going to have to learn film production. So I thought that. And I signed up. Yeah, I signed up.
Oh, so you didn't go doing the acting, you done doing the
no,
film
never,
media?
What the fuck? Thought I can act. Need to learn it. So yeah, that's what I've done, yeah.
I think that's the thing about acting as well, though. It's like you could spend fucking a good 10 years of your life learning how to act and blah blah blah, but it's one of them. I think it's like you've got it or you've got it.
You need to learn to act.
I don't think you
Yeah,
do. You've either got it or you haven't got it, and that's it.
Acting is, I'm going to go a bit deep, but acting is, it's like...
Reacting.
It's being...
I'm fucking
it's being in tune with yourself. It's like, if you're transparent, you can act.
Yeah.
So I've got an acting class, and I see people who are constantly putting their facade on.
Yeah.
And until they can let that go,
Yeah.
they can't act, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So once they're
100%.
true to the self, you can be vulnerable and honest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
So
100%.
that's what it is. But, everyone can fucking act.
Yeah.
It's just learning what to do on a job.
That's it, and it's like you can be going into an audition and I've got 15 years of like training under my belt, and then some kid can just come off the street and absolutely.
Exactly.
And it's one of them with auditions as well. I
used to do that.
I think it's like before you've even walked through the door, they know if you've got that part or not, and then if you can act, it's a bonus. I think because they're always looking for that look. I think.
Do you know what? It's like.
Is it a corrupt sort of fucking industry?
It's not corrupt. It's not corrupt. But Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe got that role because his mum was a producer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He got in there. Yeah.
That's how he got. So he got his push.
In every business, though, just clicks.
It is.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Regional directors become regional directors just because they know him. Do you know what I mean? It's the same everywhere.
I never used to think that. I think your talent shine through, but...
Do you reckon, though?
No, I'm getting older now. I'm starting to realise... Like, since I've been doing these videos, I've made more connections and stuff like that. And
I feel like years ago, maybe, like, it probably was a lot more like you know, whoever's the most talented will get the role. But I think these days as well, now we were saying before about social media being such a big tool, like having a big social media following behind you, I think in industries like that can sort of boost your potential for getting parts. Cause
can be more important.
That's what
I think to people nowadays.
If they've got somebody in it who people already know of because they do this online or they're doing this.
There definitely is an element of that.
Yeah,
I never used to think there was, but now I do.
Nowadays,
it's like the same in Formula 1. I know it's a little bit of a segue, but like in Formula 1, there's drivers whose our fellas are fucking billionaires who get a seat just because their our fella's going to bring them into the team. Like if you're Daniel Radcliffe, who's Mars, a fucking producer or something, and she's got pull, and she can open doors for whoever.
Well, unfortunately, that may well be the case, but that means the likes of me and you, and we've got to work a bit harder. And if we had kids and they want that opportunity, we're going to give it to them.
100%, all day. Well, I'm not disagreeing with that. It's just,
if I have a kid and it wants to be a comedian, I'll beat it.
You can support me.
Funny as me.
Stop telling jokes, lad.
You're not even funny.
Lad, in front of me beard, why are you trying to be funny in that, lad? Not even a funny kid. Not even asked.
So in terms of your shows then, how did you do your shows then? Was it just you were on stage on your own the full time, or did you have anyone else coming on with you? Or
no,
like
I thought, so I've got, there's 5 characters that I use regularly. And I'm like when I first said, I'll do it.
Do you just go through them like it's, have you seen the film Split? You're just like one side you're talking like that and you'll just fucking
No.
The other one.
No, so it's like, what am I going to do? So I haven't really done theatre.
Yeah.
I'm not a stand-up comedian. I thought, shit, what am I going to do? Sold all these fucking tickets. And then, so me and my mate Owen wrote this thing. So how am I going to get all these characters on stage at the same time? So I can only perform somewhere where there's a big screen. Okay. So the idea is that Turkey's put on this show. Yeah. Because he's one of them. I'll put a little live act on last. I'm going to do events now, lad.
Bobby, that, you know.
It's not me, that.
So he's
but instead of having Turkey teeth, he's got a massive mole on his arm. That's what he uses. Looks like a melted wagon wheel on his arm.
Thanks, Gary.
You're welcome.
I love a wagon wheel.
I love a wagon wheel.
The ones with the jam on it every hand.
Any will do.
The blue ones with heavy.
Anyway, yes, so...
Sorry, John.
Segue. Sorry, Bobby.
So what happens is Turkey got John May, to fucking perform, and John May doesn't turn up. So Neil Seed's running all this gear and all that. He's like, Turkey, what are you going to do? And he's like, lads, I don't know, lads. So he goes out and prays to God. Next minute, Derek's fucking driving past with them all in the car, singing Bohemian Rhapsody in the car. And he's like, all right, Turk. And he's like, where he is going? He's going to see John May live. And he's like, yeah, he's in the VIP. And it's like, it's right. So Karen, Craig, Derek, and Kenny all walk in. They're in the VIP. And Turkey's like, you're going to have to go on. So Derek's like, I'm not asked. So Derek goes on and does like a TED talk on grafting. It's great, you know.
That's funny as fuck.
You know, like, I'm upselling. Like, just loyalty cards for half. So every half you buy, you get a free stamp. For every 6 stamps, you get a free half. That's what it's like.
That's funny, that.
So he comes off, and then Kenny's like conspiracy theorist, and he's sitting there. He went, I need to use this platform, you know. So he just runs out and just does a big fucking thing, talking about adrenochrome and all that. And then, like, he's talking about Karen looks like a man with a wig on and what have you. So Karen's fuming, and then she's like, I'll fuck you. And then she runs on. Yeah. But what's happening on the big screen, you see this all playing out. So
and then you just come off and get changed and come back on and all that.
Like 40 seconds and then just jump back on.
So is that pre-recorded then, what you can see?
That's pre-recorded, yeah.
That's quite clever, that, though, to be fair. That's a good way of doing it.
It's a 2-hour one-man show.
2 hours, yeah? Fucking hell, lad. That must have took ages.
So it's a lot of lines to fucking learn.
Yeah, how much weight do you reckon you lost on the back of a show? Because you must be fucking sweating your tits off, like, running around all like that.
Definitely.
Not much.
Do you know what's good about You know what's good about that, though? Even though you wrote your own thing, because it's just your thing. It's like if you wanted to go off the bat and improvise on stage, you could just go off and fucking do that anyway.
Look, I'm not a stand-up comedian. I'll never claim to be. But it's like, I was like, that's my mate Owen, because it's all scripted.
Yeah.
So I've got to learn all this dialogue, and I was like, that's my mate Owen. What if someone helps me, lad? He's like, yeah, so what? I was like, I know, yeah, but what'll happen? I'll get dry mouth, and then I'll forget my line. And they'll be like, dickhead. So people started to heckle me. And I was just like, I fucking destroyed them. I wiped the floor. I loved it. And I got back on my lines, and I cracked it.
Yeah, love it.
But we done well. We'd done that, and then I went on this tour. And then we sold the Olympia out 2 nights in a row, like 1,500 people.
Shut up, that's a big thing.
It was fucking amazing, lad. Like, I started doing these videos in the house with wigs. Next minute, it was amazing.
It shows how powerful social media is, though, you know.
Yeah. What's the capacity of the Olympia?
I don't know, it was 1,500 a night on my shows, like.
Flying. Was it? Yeah.
Exactly. You're starting on a video in your house with wigs on, and you got 3,000 people coming to watch it.
Fucking sound. When's your next show?
It's it was a past at this point. It's I'm doing a Camp in Fairness next week.
That's what, because that's what I seen you think.
It's the last one I'm ever gonna do.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Is there any
something
tickets
different
left?
now? You're done with it, or
I think
is it sold out?
it's over now. So I think I should have left it at the Olympia. That was the high, and I'm happy to have done that. I like to. In my life, I like to try new things, and I've achieved that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not looking for the big. I'm not looking for the bigger door.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy to have done it. You know what I mean? I might take one of the characters and use one of them as maybe a character for stand up.
Yeah.
So I can turn up somewhere and do it.
Yeah.
But when
didn't you get MC'd for Andy Roach, didn't you?
Yeah.
I didn't go. How did it go?
Well, I'm not a stand up. So
did you do it as you or as a character?
I just made it up as I went along.
Did you?
How did it go though? Like how did the audience?
I just got pissed.
Fair enough.
That's all he does.
And Nectar's Nana.
I actually, do you know what? I don't think when I'm doing it
Anymore.
Don't you?
Yeah, no. I don't know.
Because he nearly got arrested in the helmet.
Well, no, I didn't. I didn't nearly get arrested.
We had.
Did you stand up in it?
So Craig messaged me and asked me to run like a comedy night there, but what it was, he got me there on my own first.
It's a good place to do it, isn't it?
But he wanted a different concept, so he got me as like the resident compere. So there'd be an acoustic musician on from 7 to 8 while people are having their dinner. And then from 8 to 9, he wanted me walking around with a radio mic just ripping people while they're having their dinner. So, like, people were having fun on stage, and I'm like, hey, you're Mars fat, you know? And people were, like, fuming. So then I said to Craig, it doesn't really work. I said, let's get multiple acts on and have a bit more of an actual stand-up show. So we booked multiple acts, and that's when Danny got involved.
Did you try it?
Yeah, that's right.
Did it not work?
Didn't work.
How does that make you feel?
I'm weird. I love dying on my ass. Like, I love making people
laugh.
I
use
love
that as a bit of a mechanism to justify it.
No.
Like a psychiatrist.
Mention your ginger, because you say your ginger before we can skit you.
No.
So you get it in first.
I used to panic. The first.
What are you going there for?
So many facts.
The first couple of nights when I died, I hated it. I couldn't handle it.
First few times it happened, it's horrible.
Yeah, like, and I was like, I can't have this feeling. I need to make them laugh. But now,
do you think now maybe because you've mentally been able to cope with it, you can actually cope with it? You don't mind doing it anymore. So you never used it as a block. You've actually just learned to get used to it.
It's a learning curve though as well because
so you take that and use it as a strength type of thing, don't you?
Yeah.
Because when I done Glasgow, no one turned up, and I was like, fucking hell. Did you all come in the same car? That's what it was like, do you know what I mean? It's like shit, but I had to use that. I had to use that as a fucking positive.
You've got to though, you know.
Do you know there? Gary McAllister turned up. Michael Beale. All the fucking Rangers fucking backroom staff fucking come. I sound like a woman. He's just fucking.
It's Rangers backroom staff. He's been on the M6 with him again.
Steven Gerrard couldn't come because one of the kids was sick. He was coming. And it was only them there. I like a few fucking random people.
That's mad.
That's a decent 3 people to have there, though.
Yeah.
If you're having 3, pick them 3.
Did you just end up just sitting with them on the table and said, well, I might as well do me act in front of you here, just sat down having a pint instead on fucking stage?
Thanks for coming.
Is that a pint with the main character, though? Sure.
Does Carry On all leggy?
No, I cracked on and done it, like. But I was anyway, it was a shit show.
Are you going to go back into stand-up then? Are you going to go back into stand-up though?
Do you know what I might do? I'm doing this big walk in January. I'm walking from Land's End to John O'Groats. I'm walking 1,200 miles.
For what, what's his name done? Speedo?
Yeah, like that, yeah.
Oh, that's hard graft, that.
I know it is.
Fucking
but
hell.
I'm wild camping along the way. So
One up Speedo, make him do it, Bolloho. All way, regardless of the way.
Do the helicopter!
Dick out from Land's End to John O'Groats, just did the full length of the UK, just shaft out.
Local dickhead John May was arrested today.
To make you streamline, get on Manscaped.
WHP20. I always say WHP20 at discount, but that's our discount. It's checkout. Ignore me.
Manscaped send me a free thing.
Yeah.
Sort it out.
Get it in.
My pubes are longer than my
Sponsor
dick,
John May.
and I've got a big dick. Ask any girl on County Road.
Hold on, Shield.
He looks like he's got Bob Marley in the triangle. Just fucking threads everywhere.
Oh, God.
Glasgow is a tough crowd, though.
I thought it would be okay, because like we're
The
sort of
working
similar.
class and all that, no, it's different.
Is Liverpool our crowd? So say you're from Glasgow and you come to Liverpool.
It depends where you
Or
go.
is everyone polite?
No, so if you go to hot water, if you die in hot water, you're fucking shit, because everyone goes for a laugh. Everyone's open-minded. But like, you can just go to a boozer down the other end of town, and it's just full of bobby heads who are just kicking off and everything. So it just depends where you are.
The tour thing started off in London.
Yeah.
And it was in Shoreditch, which is quite...
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to die on my arse here, but this is cutting me teeth. This is fine.
Practice as well.
And you were still doing the characters and that? Sorry.
Yeah, this was the show. So I warmed up to do the Olympia.
Yeah.
But by the last show on the Olympia, I had it down. It was,
I
was so confident.
Yeah.
But in London, they were keeled over.
Fuck off.
They fucking loved it. I was so surprised. And I was looking forward to
Especially
Glasgow.
in places like Shoreditch, is that?
I know.
You know what I mean? It's a bit upmarket.
I was so surprised, and they loved it. Like, and the bar staff, they didn't have a clue who it was, and they were laughing their heads off. And I went to Glasgow and Gary McAllister like that. What's going on? Like,
That's John May.
Get me off.
Look at there with the teeth, is it?
Is that turkey teeth, eh?
Is
Why is
it?
it all saying it's Alan Hansen?
weird.
I don't know, Scottish, isn't it?
But
I met Sammy Lee not long ago, and
Fuck off. Sick,
I went to this thing, and Sammy Lee's there, and he was like, "You're the fellow with the teeth, aren't you?" I was like, "Yeah."
the fella with the teeth.
I do have teeth.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm fucking.
just stand out.
I can't remember his name. Who's the fellow who used to manage Everton?
David Moyes.
No.
Moyes.
He manages everyone. He's like a manager slag.
Sam Allardyce.
Yeah, Sam Allardyce.
He's taking over from Liz.
So Sammy Lee says, "You're the fellow with the teeth," and he went, "Sam Allardyce loves you." And I was like,
what a mad sentence.
Sam Allardyce loves you.
Don't know if that's a compliment or
Sam
what.
Allardyce loves you. Found you hilarious. I was like, wow, that's weird.
Yeah,
So Sam Allardyce just be Saturday in his bills like that, just watching you going, sick him.
Sick, man.
How random's that?
Sick, man.
That's sick, that
I wonder
though.
what Steve Bruce reckons of you.
Do you know what though? It's cool though, because
I'm
it's
sweating.
like you said though, you started in your house, and I was like, I know it's Sam Allardyce, right, but like still though, like
No, but it's
fucking
so
mad.
random, innit?
It's sick, but it's fucking sick though.
Have I seen Sam Allardyce outside? I'd go over to get a picture with Sam Allardyce all day.
No, it's mad, it is. Like, what the fuck? It's like,
It just goes to show what you're doing's working though, and that's a good positive to have out of it.
Mad one. When we went to the docks last year to go and see Cream Classics, the orchestra. Fucking Sean Dyche was there. A few of the lads come in and we'd already been there a couple of hours. Yeah,
like swigging gravy.
Honestly, we'd already been there a couple of hours, so we were already a bit like we'd had a few bevies and that, you know what I mean? And then a couple of the lads in the queue and they come in and go, hey, Sean Dyche's in the queue there. And we were like, fuck off. And then we were walking down past like the other horse statue in the middle. We were all going the bogs, just fucking stumbling down. And then I just looked to me left, fucking Sean Dyche was just stood there drinking a dark fruit. I was going,
dark fruit, lads, yeah.
Sick you, Sean.
Can we talk about Ket for a moment?
Yeah, if you want, lads.
You're all familiar with Ket, are you?
Yeah. Almost too familiar, John. Almost too familiar.
One of the lads has said he's onto it, like.
He's like that.
Anyway, I've never had Ket before, and
Shit house.
just listen, get on this. So I was staying in some hotel, and I got familiar with the locals. And he's from South
The
Africa.
locals, where was this hotel?
I don't want to say.
All right.
Okay.
Was he
Is it
from
Wales
South Africa?
Wales, okay.
No, he was from South Africa, and we were having a laugh and all. I was good, all happy to sit and that. And then he's like, do you want a bit of Ket? And I was like, nah, I'm all right, you know. I went, nah, I'm all right, you know. Anyway,
Fuck off, lad.
First time I've ever done it. It was an experiment. It was a social experiment.
Standard.
Yeah, it was a social experiment.
Was you researching your role for Takey Teeth? Is that what it was, lad? Yeah.
He was soul searching.
You're a method actor.
I need to see how these people think.
He was a methadone actor.
And on Ket, I didn't think.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Heath Ledger loves him.
so you look a bit like Heath Ledger.
In his open casket.
If Heath Ledger was a paedophile.
So anyway, John.
And I joined us.
Anyway, I said, go on then. I had a little go on a Saturday and I was like,
When in Rome.
10 minutes passes.
In the blink of an eye.
But I haven't had enough. So I went to kiss another one, but a bigger one.
Yeah.
So I had that. Now I know what a kettle is. Do you know what? It's like, here's what happens. I'd stand up and I'd go like this. Gravity just changed. And all the lights all changed.
Yeah.
I was just in this place. And I just wanted to leave. And I'm never going in again. Ever.
Did I have fun though?
Any psychedelics?
I've had DMT.
Sick,
Have you?
Yeah, it was
You'll do Ket once, but DMT all day.
Yeah, all
Take
day.
that.
Dead quick about Ket though, right? We were in work and we were having this workshop going.
On the Ket?
No, so like we had this workshop going and we invited lads off the shop floor to get involved to make improvements. Like when the manager got off, this lad just went, hey, any you take Ket? And a few of the lads like, yeah, why? He went, got that new Rhino Ket there, you know, if you want it. And I was like,
why is it called Rhino Ket?
because it's used to put rhinos to sleep. I was like, lad, if it's putting rhinos to sleep, don't put that anywhere near your boat race, lad, you're going to be dead. That's going to be some hole that in if you're on Rhino Ket.
Or would you allegedly like it?
Allegedly.
Would you supposedly
I've just been signing out for 7 years, lad. Do you know what I mean? That's all I've been doing.
My mates have said it, boss lad.
Don't get it, you know.
Really?
Neither do I, lad. My mates do
Never.
though.
Do you think I had too much?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think if you don't love it,
Perhaps.
in a Kenny.
Do you know what they say? Do you know what they say with drugs? If you're going to try it out, blast it and then don't go back to it. Do you know what I mean?
Ever,
So get in
unless it's
kettle,
heroin.
don't go back.
Ever
Yeah,
again.
unless
Ever
it's
again.
heroin, yeah.
When you done DMT, what was that like? It's just...
He's going to do like a that's all
really
really.
control environment and that it weren't. It was just in my mate's flat.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I had it. It never worked at first. And then I had it again.
But you just smoke it?
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tooted it, mate. Had a quick toot.
Have a little puff on the old serum, bro.
Little toke, mate.
On the old fucking DM to the T, bro.
Anyway, I had it.
Hells be the
I had it, and then boom. I just like
Did you just take off?
Did you break through? Because some people
Rocket
don't
Man,
do
I
it.
did.
run through. Yeah. And no, but what happened was, like, I was talking about this before. It's like your whole perception changes. Like, so there's a table. Like, obviously, you know, everything's accountable, everything's thingy.
Yeah.
But when you have that, when I had it, your whole perception changes. So it's not a perception I'm used to. Yeah. So it took me months to actually put into words to relate it with things. And does that make sense?
No, I get what you mean.
Danny's done it before as well, yeah.
I've only done it the once. I
Did you go under?
I didn't break through because, do you know when, do you know when you do it?
I'll have it again.
Would you, yeah?
I probably will do at some point, but I'm not like
let's get it out, right. Phone him, lad.
Was like a Shame and Kev down, lad, the old sword.
So when you're talking about perception, then can you actually explain it now?
Yeah, so it was like a lot of Mario shit going on.
Jumping down little green tubes and all that.
When I was a kid, there was this show called Jamie and the Magic Torch, and Jamie, do you know it? Yeah. Jamie gets this torch out, very 70s, psychedelic. He gets this torch out, puts it on the floor and creates this world. And when he jumps, so the light creates a portal and he jumps through the light and goes down this fucking thing. So it was all, that's the best way I can describe it. Like, and they must have been having shit like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So I go through this place and the lads in the other room heard me because I was going, whoa, whoa, and he was like, yes, John. And I had it and it was like, boom, boom, boom. So I went through this portal and all these,
sick.
It was like Mario, you know, like Mario, the way you've got in the background is this hill with the little eyes.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that going on. So I've told this story today. Telling it again. Weirdly, it was about 10 years ago.
Maybe that means me and you should go on the TNT.
Yeah.
Should we do it? Should we do it live?
Live, Patreon exclusive.
Local dickhead John May. No, anyway.
Local dickhead John May. Would
you say it's life changing like everyone says it is, or was it just like?
It's just more to the story. So I heard if you open your eyes, it goes. So I thought, it's a little insurance policy.
That's what I did when I vaped it,
Did you?
Fucked it a bit.
But does it go or not?
No. So I got in this black void.
Yeah.
I was like, when are the lizards gonna come? When's the fucking reptiles, like the queens and stuff? I thought. So this yellow American school bus was driving, like floating past in this black void. I was like, no way. And I looked on it, and there was a little boy who was like black and white, grey, and he was staring at me with these little sinister eyes. Yeah. And I thought, fuck this, I'm pulling out of this. So I opened my eyes, and it just never stopped. And I shouted at me mate, and he ran in the room. He went, John. So here's what happened, your perception changes. So when he said John, it became physical. It was like, John, and it was bouncing off the walls.
Oh, okay.
No. So audio become physical.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
And then have you seen that Leonardo da Vinci painting where it's like, where the man standing there like that?
Yeah.
Dimensions. My mate ran in, Brady, and he was that. I could see it in his face, and I was panicking, thinking, I'm going to be like this forever. Like when I had the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't. It was all right. But
how long did it last for? The
they say about 7 minutes, don't they? This was a good few years ago, this. Because I wanted it, because I suffer from anxiety and stuff, so I thought, I'm going to try it.
Yeah. Listen, mushrooms.
Yeah, I know. I went to Amsterdam years ago, and I had truffles. Really?
Not the
I was quite content, though, because it's like, it was the best day of my life.
More just like a visual trip.
It's more,
all the pain went away.
Yeah.
And
shows you like the world is beautiful.
It was beautiful. I seen trees like stuck in time.
I love trees,
like these trees were dancing together. It's like over years they're gonna dance even more.
I love it. Shit like that,
But the best.
Get on this, sorry. Anyway, we seen Bowser in the trees. I seen this fucking warp thing in the sky, right? I seen this like portal in the sky, and I was like,
there's definitely tons of coins up there.
But then I seen that, like I seen this portal with this light in the sky, and then years later I couldn't describe it, and I seen this thing on this video on YouTube. They're called boom holes.
Yeah.
They're a real thing, and I saw one. I was like, no way. But anyway, me and my mate were in Amsterdam. Is it the Bosch Park it's called? Which is nice, isn't it? And
Bosch.
Me and my mate, like, we seen the trees, and I seen the devil in the tree. And I went to my mate, can you see that? He was like, yeah. And I what you see? And he went, the devil. It was like, lad, let's go.
We spoke about that though. Say if you're doing the same drug with someone, you both see the same thing sometimes.
You have the same experience.
Yeah, lad, we've done it.
But yeah, the mushrooms are meant to be better and more natural for like getting rid of like anxiety and depression and like PTSD and all that. And I think saying that, I don't know, maybe it is the same with DMT, but I know DMT brings out like, so do you know, probably when you've seen like the the boy coming past on the bus, like that might have related to something when you were like 5 years old, of something you'd seen that trauma. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brings out like
that darkness was coming that way.
What is it, the chemical that fucking releases from your body when you're dying?
Dimethyltryptamine.
It's meant to be the same thing. DMT is meant to be the exact same thing.
It's all the same. So DMT, dimethyltryptamine.
Yes, it's like.
How'd you get it?
So if you're close to, have you ever heard of people when they say like, my life flashed before my eyes because they were about to die or something? That's DMT. That's just the drug releasing in the head.
It's your body to deal with trauma though. I don't think
is it a painkiller sort of thing? Is it obviously not a painkiller?
I don't know.
I think, do you know when people say they're going through a tunnel, I think it's the DMT's just fucking hit them, and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and
I
that's
think
why
that's
it's related to
heaven and hell and all that.
After death, what it's called?
Yeah, afterlife and all that.
Afterlife experience. Yeah. That's your brain playing a trick on you to say, look, don't worry about it, but I'll give you this little film to play in your mind.
Do you reckon that's what it is?
I don't believe in
I've
magic.
thought that before.
Why does your body release it when you're through a traumatic event? To help you cope.
Yeah,
it's true.
It's the same with
more like a coping mechanism.
Yeah. But if we can, it's just a cool experience, isn't it? After,
great,
what's it called? Life after death experience.
Yeah.
If people want to do it for a laugh, they can't they?
But it's the same with Kent now as well. Though, even in America now, they're opening up clinics to cure depression.
Yeah,
just
like
suicide.
Yeah. Cat treatment for them.
There's cat treatment that you can
you get it tipped in on IV.
Liquid.
See this micro?
It's all controlled fucking doses, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Don't use it. Don't abuse it. That's the thing. You can use anything.
Same time.
Yeah. All day.
Do you use ketamine and cancer treatment, don't they?
Do they as well? Yeah. Well, when I had me crash,
I just some kid pulling up in a Merc outside the Aussie and just dropping you. Look
after yourself.
Or doing a wheelie on a specialised like that. Or specialist, whatever.
Do you use it for like what's it called, like a morphine and that now, don't they? So when I was in the crash, the first thing they administered me was ketchup straight away, but like properly.
Just put a key under his nose.
Slipped on, I was like, fucking hell, me neck, lad. Sound on.
Is that gaff still on?
He had to get his car crash in, didn't he?
So anyway,
go on, Bob, tell John about the crash.
And he got his compensation in Ket.
Yeah, anyway, I want to ask, so do you know when you started doing the live shows, what was the hardest or the biggest challenge that you faced taking it from social media to a live show?
Yeah, because that is a very different thing, no?
What was the biggest challenge that you faced on that?
Well, I hadn't tested the material, and I was just going out there blind. Like Paul Smith spoke to me, he was like, you've got to test the material, John. I was scared to, in case it fell on its arse. So I thought, I'll just wait till everyone's there and I'll try it then. I think, what was I scared of? It was probably the most petrified. Where was we done it first? We done it in Hangar 34, and I was behind the curtain. And like all the people outside, like behind the curtain, I was genuinely fucking petrified.
You done that towards the end of lockdown as well, so everyone could still go out back after then, couldn't he? They could go out and see shows and stuff.
Yeah, I think my first show was like the week lockdown ended, which was quite ironic because I started the videos the day lockdown started. And I was behind that curtain. It was like I could be sitting on the couch right now. But sounds a bit thingy now, but it's like I was way out of my comfort zone. Yeah. But that's where we grow.
Sometimes you've got to be out of your comfort zone.
It's the only place you grow.
I felt even when we started this, I was well out. Even though I'd done acting and that. Yeah, even though I'd done acting and that, I'm gonna go a bit deep, yeah. But like before Glasgow and that, like the reason I wanted to do acting and why I thought I was quite good at acting was because I felt more comfortable playing another character than I was being myself. And that's being serious. That sounds like I'm being proper deep. Yeah. So when I was sitting on it, first time I ever done this podcast with these, even if you watch it back, I was proper out of my comfort zone.
So
I was
having a break from being you for a minute?
Yeah, when I was doing the acting. Fucked in the head, lad. No, but it's not. I've had a lot of shit happen to me over the years that changed me just slightly every time, but every time it was something worse, and it fucked me head up a little bit. But then when I went to Glasgow, we come back, I was cured. Really? And I say this all the time, but like when I was changed me fucking whole life.
Yeah, here's what I do in the acting class then. So like people will come in, they'll go, I can do acting. No, they go, I can do accents and that, John. But acting, in my opinion, it's not about accents. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just another tool you've got to add. Yeah. So they all come in and they're all like, they all put on a facade. Yeah. They all say how great they are and da 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 da. So like the third week in, I do this class where I make them dead vulnerable. So I go first and I'll tell,
out.
I'll tell like the most traumatic time of my life, and then what I'll let them see me really vulnerable. Then I'll go, who's next? And then they'll get up, and then the next. So the bullshit drops, the facade drops, and then that they give all each other permission to be themselves. And that's why people love going to the acting class. Because that's why I'm saying you like the opportunity to play someone else. But imagine you can just be yourself.
That's what I mean.
Because it's fucking draining.
Well, that's why it was so hard to do this the first time. Even if you ever went back and watched the first podcast that me and him went on, I didn't know where to look or what to do, and the nerves were proper hit me. But if I was to sit here and speak the whole time in an Irish accent, I'd be able to look at everyone in the face and be like, I give it beans.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's where comedy comes from. It's like I spoke about this before. It's like, so being funny, I think you learn that. It's not something you're born with, and the only reason why we learn it is because we use it as a survival skill. So we learn over time what gets a response.
It's just coping mechanisms, isn't it?
It's a coping mechanism.
It's like Robin Williams.
Exactly.
Like there was that famous quote, like he spent his whole life making other people laugh.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey,
but it's only so he can cope. I don't.
You know when you do them workshops and you say like in the third class, like you sort of make everyone vulnerable and you tell them about like
some people don't come back because they're petrified.
Oh, I can imagine, to be fair, because a lot of people, if you're not ready to face that,
we sometimes, like, there was a woman who come in and she was telling us the time when she had triplets and each one of them died, like.
Fucking hell.
And like people were like, John, why have we just done that? And it's like, well, real life stories, you know what I mean?
That's it, you got to relate to it as well.
Have you got one story in particular that you go back to over them workshops, or like each time, like as the various different things you'll mention?
I think it's probably something that's happened at the time. There's always fucking shit happening. But
is there anything from like a student's point of view that's stuck with you? And obviously you'd have like
I think that one about the triplets, that affected everyone.
That's quite tough.
It was when quite like it made everyone else uncomfortable.
We'll do that, wouldn't it?
But I had to stick to my thing. It's like, no, this is real life. This is
and it is though, especially if you want to go into an acting background, you've got to be as brutally honest with yourself as well as other people as well.
I used to suffer from anxiety really bad, and I think acting sort of saved me.
How did you get over? Would you reckon it was your acting that got you over anxiety? Because
it taught me to be myself and transparent.
That's it. I like, even though I don't really do not much with my acting nowadays, I'd never change it because it's made me who I am today, where I am more confident and I will speak out and I will be, you know what I mean?
Like, look, if I had any insecure, at the end of the day, I started all these videos dressing up as a woman. Right? So that leaves me wide open, and that leaves me fair game. But at the end of the day, I'm a fella who dresses up as a woman. Clearly, I don't give a fuck.
That's it. And it's like you were saying
before.
So
why give him shit? Because me giving him shit is to make me feel better.
Exactly.
But it's not going to work because he clearly doesn't.
And it's like you're saying
dressing up as a woman.
And it's like you're saying,
so it's not worth giving him shit because it's not going to work.
And it's like you're saying before, when he comes on stage and the first thing he says is, "I'm ginger." It's the same thing as that. It's like if he's fucking doing it to himself. I
am ginger. 8 miles himself.
Oh God!
I haven't said that for a while though, have I? I just nail my kids on stage.
Having a coping mechanism.
You nail your kid on stage.
I'd say having a coping mechanism isn't a bad thing. Do you know what I mean? You'd rather have that coping mechanism than go through the anxiety.
But there's a reason why people have got that coping mechanism, which is the bad side of it, though. Do you know what I mean?
But look, so
will you never be okay on your own? Do you know what I mean? Do you need that coping mechanism always in your life?
But it depends though if you can overcome that. And you know what I mean?
Here's an example of that. So comedy or getting a reaction or getting a response, I use that as a coping mechanism growing up socially. So now I'm absolutely completely confident in myself as who I am as but now I've still got that skill.
So
I've got that tool there now, but I'm still, so I can apply that
all day.
You know what I mean? I'm quite quiet really in real life. I'm quite shy and quiet because I choose to be.
And that goes out to the teachers who said, "Where are you going to be being a class clown?"
Fuck you, Mr.
He's let go of it.
He didn't get to society. You fucking
and look at him now, he's dressing up as a woman. How far he's come.
In a kettle, you little rat.
I used to know him. He was a cracking lad.
So is this what you do full time then, or did you? What did you do with yourself then? As you're not, wearing wigs.
No, I've got my barber shop. So
you're a barber.
Well, he used to be.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
You still got the hairdresser in the back and the cafe next door. Is it still the 3?
Well, how good he is at cutting hair off?
Yeah.
Where's your barber's?
It's in Walton, but I've sold it.
Oh, have you sold it? Oh, yeah.
Well, it goes through next week,
Oh, really?
I've been there 16 years.
Starting anything new or just... washing your hands with it.
Do you know what's happened? It's like I did build it up. I built it up great. We were at one point. I believe we were the best in the city.
Well, I was a customer for years, and then it became ridiculous where there was fucking queues around the corner, and I was like. I was like, my hair's shit anyway. Like, I can't be waiting 3 hours for my haircut. So,
no, it is. I made a real success out of it, but it's like, I've been there 16 years, and I just, it's like being in a relationship you don't want to be in. It's like being with a bird you don't want to be with. It's causing you pain. So, I think I've done it. I backed myself into a corner on purpose, so I've sold it. I'll get X amount of money. It's not going to last 5 minutes. So, I haven't had to work. So, what do I do? I'm a man. I felt like I've had no purpose, really.
Yeah.
So, have you sort of sold that? So, it's now you'll give yourself half a kick up the arse and be like, well, now I need to do something. Which is fair play with it. And do you know what? You gotta have a lot of balls to do that, though, I think. Just to be pulling yourself out of something and go, well, I need to do something now with myself.
Well, I'm doing this walk from Land's End to John O'Groats, and it's going to take 3 months. And after that, I've got nothing set up. But I'm pretty sure.
When do you start the walk?
January the 1st.
And what's it for? Any charities or anything?
It's weapons down, gloves up.
Weapons down. I like that. I like that.
So it's like...
And where can you go? Tell the cameras where you can go to donate and
if you
all
go on
that.
Instagram, that John May, it's in the bio there.
Put it on the screen.
I want to raise 50... Yeah, put it on the screen, it's there. I want to raise £50,000 for this charity, Weapons Down.
Happy days, and we'll tag it all and everything.
So, fucking, you talking about the Land's End to John O'Groats one. There's what's his name? Mike Posner. You know, the fucking...
I've seen that.
Maybe today. So fucking, he went through a traumatic time in life, and he was close with Avicii, and Avicii died, and his half fella died and all that. And he done east to west coast in America, walking across the whole of America.
He made a tune
and
about
he's got a song about it in the music video.
He walked, milking it there.
Didn't he do another video saying it was fake, though?
No, but halfway across, he got bit by a rattlesnake, so he got fucking airlifted to the hospital, and he couldn't walk. And he went for like fucking 3 months of rehab, learned how to walk again. And once he was fucking better, they dropped him off where he got bit, and he carried on.
I seen a video of him saying that was fake, though, or was that him pretending that it was fake? Oh, was it? Oh, okay, ignore me then.
Because now he lives up in like the fucking Himalayas, like half the year.
He's living up in LA.
With his little fucking muzzy there, look at him.
You know that. I'm trying to start now for November. Hey,
Go ahead, T-Pain.
You hit me with that, lad.
Right, I think it's time to get into the final section. John, this is what we got you here for.
Okay.
Because obviously, you've told your story, you've told us what you've got going on, but this section brings out the true side of people.
The true side of John May.
This is where we get to know John May.
Hello, welcome back to the true side of John May.
It's time for everyone has their price. Find out if you're nasty or nice.
Fucking hell.
Thanks, Joe. So anyway, so the first question.
Man.
This question coming from Dylan Rimmer. Dylan Rimmer said, I don't know why...
Danny, sorry, just get that mic a little bit closer to you. Cause
I don't know why Dylan Rimmer wants to know this, but Dylan Rimmer wants to know from all of us, is getting rimmed your type of thing?
Sign me up, lad. Sign me up, lad. Yeah, I'm into
Listen.
that, lad. What would Turk say, lad?
So, getting rimmed.
Here we
So,
go.
getting rimmed, right, at the end... Oh, God. Getting rimmed is lovely.
It is sick.
No, but it is. But people go, lad, you're gay, you lad. Why?
Yeah,
you know,
it
just feels nice.
I'm not sucking a dick.
No, it feels nice, but because it's arsehole, people think you're gay.
I've never been rimmed, but
You've never been rimmed?
But I've used mint shower gel, so I can only imagine it's a similar thing. Do you know what I mean?
Girls go, I've never done that before. Whatever.
Yeah.
You just put my legs behind my head. This is not your face, rodeo.
Bacon all over the muzzy and everything.
Yeah. Sign me up, Dan, lad.
This is gonna get fucking heavy. I've had 3 fucking Moretti.
I've asked my bird to put a finger up, like, but she refused.
Did she have a false nail?
I asked her to throw my finger up my ass, and she refused. And she was like, I'll find something else. And she grabbed a makeup brush and just jabbed it right up my hoop, and like my whole stomach went warm. Like, she touched me spleen and everything.
No, I don't like that. And that's not me, like, being like, oh, no, I'm not gay. No.
No, it was assault. It was assault. Like, she didn't even spit on her or nothing. It went right in, right? It was,
GBH.
but it was
My
alright.
mate's done it with a false nail on.
No.
Hey.
Just bursting your grapes everywhere.
Comes out with sweet corn under there. Right, next question.
Oh, this could get heavy, this.
This one comes in from Louis, but it's LE_WY2. Shout out to you, sir. 10 grand.
WY2. Y2K, virgin.
10 grand And this is his words, not mine. Pick the crust out of some fat yard dog's knickers, stick it in a joint, and chong it.
Mate, all the champagne stains are going to be crystallised and everything, aren't they? Yeah. All day.
You wouldn't know. I remember when I was a kid, like, one of my mates done a spliff and a money spider was in it, and he couldn't find it. It was in a spliff. He thought, fucking, I'll smoke it.
Money spider.
You don't know, do you? I'd do that.
Just wakes up like that.
I bet a wasp.
I'll do that for less than 10 grand. Because you don't know.
10 grand, would you do it though? I'd take 10 G's right now.
I'd take 10 grand.
She's telling everyone she's scanned the wasp here. I've got headphones on, I can hear her.
Excuse me?
No, I guess I got bad once and half a wasp was in it, so I must have to do
Top was man.
it. Was the tail was left, but still I carried on, I was drunk.
No. I took a flight to the eye and a flight to the mouth down the dock road on my moped when I was 17 and my visor up. And it felt like I'd been hit by a brick. I was fucking choking. This fly was just like nestled in the back of my throat and everything. I was like, you land on shit and everything, you little prick, and I've just at you.
Get on this, right? I was in Canada, right? And it was like, I've been out with this girl I was with at the time, and I thought, let's go and sit on the lake at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It'd be like American Pie.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm climbing over this fence.
This one
flies in my mouth, which I think was a beetle. Well, I'll tell you it was. And then this thing flies in my mouth, so it's like, you know, like, I'm doing all that. And I spat it out. And I looked at it, looked like a cockroach, a flying cockroach, right? So anyway, I went back to the hotel and all that, and we were leaving Canada in the morning, and I was fucking hungover to fuck, and I was in the airport, and I could feel something in the back of my throat, and I went, I was like, and I'd done it, and I got, and all cleared, and I spat it. The other half of the beetle had been sitting in me fucking... It was a cockroach, it had like the red...
Like that Fatman off I'm a Celeb, on it, it just snorts it, and it's like right up there.
So it was sitting in me fucking thing all night, yeah.
And your sinuses.
Fucking beetle gullets everywhere.
Right there.
That's just knocked me, that, you know.
Would you rather be constipated or have diarrhea?
Diarrhea all day,
Yeah, constipated can be
it
quite
feels nice.
traumatic.
Well, not feels nice. Like, it's better than not letting it out.
It is. Nah, I do. I don't like having the shit, but when I have, it's like, thank you.
So what stage of diarrhea is it? Because like, if it's just like loose shit and it's sound, it's when you get severe cramp in your stomach and you can't trust the fart or not.
80 to 85% liquid,
and
it's
it's
the
warm.
odd soggy chunk that comes through.
No, but it's the flaky chunks that are dead hot, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like shit and chili flakes at the top.
For me, it's that ground.
Sometimes you go to the
Jim, and your belly goes, and you're like, and it's
you know,
like,
you've had a good clear out.
And you've got a wet flannel on your fod because you're fucking hallucinating.
No, you got the sweats, you're pure rocking on it. It's like, and you're like, right, okay.
Having diarrhea is worse than a DMT trip, innit? Like, you're fucked.
Glad you learn some stuff about yourself when you've got the shit, you know.
I start crying, me. I'm like, oh my God, just go. Just please go.
You know, you clear your house and you're like, you just feel dead proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have a shit like that, don't you?
Yeah.
When you wipe there's nothing there.
No, it's like you just, I don't know, like a sense of achievement. It's like, that's a good clear out there.
Yeah.
Do you never look at a big shit and go, how's that came out of my ass?
But the thing is, right, my babe won't let me bum it, and I've looked at her shit and I've gone, you've had bigger shits than my knob. Why what's going on? Like, it's not that bad. Yeah,
She won't let you bum it. How long you been with her?
10 years.
Right, okay.
I've got 4 kids. It's all right.
We're going to solve this problem.
So what you do, right, you just lie behind. This is what I do.
Wait for it to be asleep.
You prepare the area.
You prepare the area.
Like that.
Yeah.
And you prepare the area, and then, like, you go to her, I'll just rub it by it. And I'll just rub it by it. It's like, yeah, just rub it by it, because, like, you know what I mean? You just ease it in. And before she knows it, it's in. She goes, it hurts.
Just tap it in.
Yeah. And then you just slowly, you can't just go fuck off.
Yeah.
It's a slow process.
I do that and it's been in for 25 I do that, it's been in for 25 minutes and then she goes, oh, what's that?
let me know when you're going to put it in.
Because I've come twice in the head, you know what I'm about?
Phone him, lad.
She thought she had diarrhea.
He's coming, fella, kip and everything. He's like, let me know when you start. Right, yeah, this one comes in from Ruby Trante.
Danny can read.
Bit of a different question.
Ruby Tarantula.
Yeah. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you, Ruby Train Tickets.
Halloween special.
She said, what would you say? This is a bit of a different question, this, but I'm interested to know the answers. What would you say is your spirit animal?
I love this.
Frog.
Frog?
Cockroach.
Frog's about transition. You start off a tadpole and you become a frog. It's about change.
Yes.
I'm an elephant.
I'm a caterpillar then.
Nice.
Well, they had that one.
Metamorphosis.
Yeah.
No, because he's got like the same type of hair.
Can I show you, son? This is
phone.
on camera, right? I play Pokemon Go. I know you're thinking of a bad Ming.
turn into a moth.
I've got a Magikarp tattooed on my foot.
That's sick, you know.
I was not into Pokemon. It's half off. It's fell off. But I was not into Pokemon as a kid. I started
Some
playing
Polish
Pokemon
kids
Go.
grand after carp.
But a Magikarp is a hopeless fish. It's shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking shit. But there's a Japanese legend that this fish, this koi carp, swims to the top of the waterfall, and because it's worked so hard, it becomes a mighty beast. And that's why I like it, because it comes with hard work.
I like that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. 3 minutes,
Mine's an elephant.
3 minutes.
They never forget nothing, do they? And when they have a baby, it takes years and years to make, and it moves the earth where every other animal comes to have babies.
What do you mean it takes years for it to... What do you mean?
It's
2 years
for the baby to develop for an elephant.
But
I compare it to my life. You know, when you're waiting for something, you're comparing yourself with timing.
Don't they have the best memory, elephants? Don't elephants have like the best memory out of all the animals?
You're not a fucking elephant, then, are you?
Yeah, no, I've got the worst memory, me, lad.
So the next question, they were some lovely answers then. The next,
What are you?
like a golden retriever.
An Afghan hound.
If you put me on a field with a footy, or like I just like being around people.
Bit of it, and he likes licking his own balls.
Yeah.
Bit of it.
I do.
What am
Sometimes I eat my own shit when I get left in the garden.
I'd like to be a monkey. I'd like a monkey's my favourite animal, so if it's going to be a spirit,
like that?
Yeah. So the next question.
We did that quick then segue while we're talking about animals, right? If you had to fuck one animal, what would you fuck?
Wow.
A dolphin.
See, I
The fit on.
I feel like, you know,
dolphins have sex for pleasure, you know.
I feel like the way I'm gonna have to be I'm gonna have to Google the reason why. Wait there.
I said the panda bear, so we could hug it after it.
I feel like the most sensible answer's a monkey. They're our closest relatives.
Genuinely
So it'll be like the least fucking weird.
Looks like half my exes.
Technically, yeah. I've got monkey ears anyway, so I'll just blend in the pack.
Fucking Curious
You know what I mean?
George over there.
Yeah, I'm Curious George. Me,
Right, yeah, do you know what? I haven't seen this picture.
because it's ladylike.
So look, a dolphin's vagina.
There's no sexy animals, is there?
Look,
Yeah,
right there.
there's
Oh, no,
not.
right there.
If you just Google dolphin's vagina,
Yeah,
Who would you be, John?
look.
Who would
If you
you
look
be?
at a dolphin's vagina, it's the most similar to a human one.
Frog.
Lad,
lad, he's just
you've
Googled
shagged
the dolphin's
worse.
vagina.
You've shagged worse than that. You know what I mean?
It's just a slit.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's like
that dolphin's got a better box than 90% of women.
90% of County Road.
I don't like being rude. Have you never seen that video with that fish?
your ovens.
I'm not going there.
No, but what I'm saying is I feel like dolphins would be proper keen. I feel like they'd be dead up for it and they'd make that little squeaking noise. They're making that do something for me. But
Make a noise like a dolphin.
did no one else get a semi?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is their vaginas aren't too different to like a nice bird's vagina. So like I feel like it'd be most similar.
What would you whisper into its ear?
Can I ask a question? What is a nice vagina? Like what
See,
is
no,
it?
so
Right,
Dan, wait, just
thank you
stop.
for asking that question.
I want to know.
Daniel's got
Daniel's
like an analogy. Like vaginas are like Mackey's nuggets. There's 4 shapes.
Right, okay, no, so do you know the way when you get a box of Mackey's nuggets, let's say you get the 20 box.
Octopussy ones that flare up.
So if you look through a box of nuggets, you'll only ever see 3 shapes. Right?
One a long one.
So you get like the little one, you get the round one and the long one, and the one that sort of curls off like a L. It looks a bit like Italy.
And you're down there and you go, oh, aren't you neat?
So this is what, right, so John, I'm not messing with you. John, I'm not messing with you. I've given this so much
Danny,
thought.
you need to do your noise though when you're describing it.
Okay.
I really want to know.
Right, so vaginas generally come in 3 shapes. Now, under those 3 shapes, it's like they're like their own umbrella of slightly more individual looking ones, but generally speaking, you've got 3 types of vaginas.
Okay.
You've got the nice ones where it's like a little slit, there's not much else going on.
Just like a man on a boat.
Yeah, it is, lad. It is. It's lovely. Looks like a man in a canoe.
There's not much work, you can find it.
And you know what you're working with. There's that. Bob's your uncle. It's one of them ones where when the lights are off and you put your face down there and it doesn't feel like one of them face hugs off Alien. And you
That's what I done.
You go, this is a relief. Then the second type, it's all right, it's nice. There's
What's that one look like?
some, like
There's a bit hanging.
moderate,
all right.
moderate flaps. Still looks nice. Still,
flaps.
Not too many.
There's a bit of excess, but it's fine.
There's a little bit, but sometimes when you're eating bacon, sometimes when you're eating bacon and you get a bit of fat on it, you go, that's all right.
I remember that.
Right, so
I can't do it long clits, me though. I can't. I remember this girl, right, and like, she was very excited. But it literally, she had a lot going on. And
Yeah, it's like someone's having a one bounce with a lasagna.
I think like when we formed as the fetus,
no,
but it flared up. It flared at me. It was like it went. It was
like the kid on Jurassic Park.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like that was like a girl hard on. It went
hard on. But yeah, and
all the blood rushed to it.
So the last type of the ones where, say you've been speaking to a girl on a night out, you go back to hers, you get back to yours, wherever you end up, and you take it off, and it's like someone's made a cottage pie, and then you're like speed bagged it, and you're like, well, I'm not gonna put myself near that. And that's the third type.
I still don't know what it looks like though. The first
So
type.
imagine a fetus. Imagine a fetus, and then you know one of them mallets you use to flatten beef. You've hit a fetus with one of them.
You've hit a fetus with a meat mallet, and that looks like a vagina.
That looks like one of them horrible ones.
What girls you know?
Yeah, you know what? Just imagine
Western girls.
in your house, but it's made of beef, and you've just been fucking punching.
Not even beef, maybe like spam.
But you say you've got a question for us.
I know what you mean.
I don't.
Horrible ones. The ones that look
Maybe
like.
I don't.
Do you know when you've like say you're walking down like the beach and there's
It's
been a
enough to give you
jellyfish,
the ick, innit? It's enough for you to.
Yeah, and like someone stepped on the jellyfish and it's a bit like.
You've got some analogies here.
It's like folds in on it. It's like
It folds in, but
it does
also
this.
out. There's a lot.
It folds and it's never in the right. It's never the.
It's like it's
Bit of
like, do you know when you go into Zara and they fold all the jeans and stack the jeans up,
it
and
looks
someone's
like
moved
the
the pair
back.
in the middle.
It looks like the.
You know when you're in Zara and you've got the jeans stacked up, and someone's had a look at the pair of jeans in the middle of the stack. They haven't fixed them. That's what it's like. It's like, why is that sticking out?
What the fuck did that come from?
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
It looks like the back of a Sharpay's neck, doesn't it?
Yeah, lads.
Just fucking wrinkles
It
everywhere.
looks like someone's being a rooster with a kitchen knife.
It's like it's like compressed and it's got to unfold.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like an accordion that's been strangled.
It's flat pack.
It's like a bouncy
You gotta
castle and he's
unfold
blowing
it and
up,
put it
innit?
together and like,
It's like, oh, hey.
yeah, it's like how we bought this set of drawers and we lost the instructions. How we putting this up?
And when she gets all fucking aroused and all that, she looks like one of them things outside the garage like that.
Yeah, well, look. Yeah. So that one I was with, that flared up. That was it. That was it in Blossom. That was it. Fully active.
That was it in the height of its peacock season.
Yeah, it was, yeah. That flared out.
It's like, have you seen them experiments where there's that little bit of liquid in a cup and then they drop the little thing and it goes. But sometimes it's pink and attached to a woman.
I think Willie's a bit more ugly than.
Willies are horrible.
Oh, of course they are.
Yeah. It's like sort of
That's all you
okay.
got. All you have to say is shut up, little dick. Because
Okay.
you emasculators. Because we have little
but it's
dicks
like-
and all
it's
that.
like
Ooh.
Have you ever like been doing something that you know you're good at? Like I'm obviously not.
Try having a baby. That's what women say.
Wait.
Yeah,
If we, the balls
we
when
would
it's
have to
cold
have
and you're
them.
playing footy.
So have you ever been good at doing
Man
something?
flu. Fuck
And,
off, you gang of.
I'll be drawing, right? As soon as someone watches me draw, I'll be like, oh, a bit paranoid. Can you imagine like someone watching you?
What,
It's like a fuck another eyeball, like.
So just put it in your
Don't go
grave and you
near them,
can't see it. Put it in your mouth. It's gone.
Horrible.
Of course they are.
Is that any
Yeah,
better?
whatever.
Right, next fan question, Danny.
Yeah, so we got some more questions.
You've got one.
Oh, yeah?
What's your worst sexual experience you've ever had? I don't have to speak like
He
this.
asked this to every guest.
Danny's not the worst one.
Right.
Danny's got the worst one.
Oh, are we going with
bet
the
you I've got
Norwegian one?
worse.
Are we saying
It involved
Norwegian?
cottage cheese.
Oh.
It was cheering out. It was gushing out. I was like, what's that? I've never seen it before.
Oh, wait there. Hold on, I'll wait. I need you to go into more
I
depth.
don't know if I can join in.
I feel like you should.
I should.
Intimate with someone once, randomly. And, no, it was
Randomly?
I was having sex, so it was great. And then next week,
It's great.
this like yellow stuff started, like this
Nah.
like, cottage cheese was coming out.
What did it smell like?
I don't know.
honey.
No, I couldn't smell it and do none of that. But it was full, and I was like, I've never seen
That's
this
just
before.
tear my stomach, you know.
I've never seen it before.
Was it like a free when
It's
you're
a
trying to
fungal
squeeze out the
infection.
last? Was it like the free when you're trying to squeeze out the last little bit and it just starts coming out? You know, come here, start squeezing. Like you know what a froob is. Like, don't use your freebs and squeeze it out.
Yeah, but
No, your peach one's yellow in
I
it.
was cheering out. I said carry on, and I went, I fucking won't. What the fuck's that?
It's like putting fucking Primula cheese in a fucking chocolate fountain and just
No, it
squirting
wasn't
everywhere.
sloppy like that type of thing. It was like it was chunks. It was.
Nah, I reckon if we're talking worse
I've got a
sexual
weird story, but I'm not
experiences,
saying it. But go on.
what one are we saying, lad? It's got to be the Norwegian one, hasn't it? So yeah, no, it probably has.
Was you
Like
there?
so.
I was there.
Pretext of this story, like my only like weird phobia is like it's not even a phobia, I just hate it. You know when like say like you get sauce on your hand, I hate it, and that'll make sense further down the line in
Like
this
this is
story.
how bad it was, right? We went to Mackey's and I went, throw that in that bag, and he got a little bit of sweet chili sauce on his hand and he started bawling
going,
and got out of the car.
Really?
That's what I hate it.
Like
Lad.
a proper phobia.
But it's only sauce that I don't like. If it's a sauce that I like, I go. But if it's a sauce that I don't like, I feel like it's on me and I'm like mustard. I hate it, but right. So
Really?
that'll make sense further down. I've told this story on the podcast before, and Joe, put your hand away, lad. It's not gonna be sick. He's got this horrible hand. It looks like a creme brulee.
He got mowed when he was like, what? How
He
old?
got run over.
11. He got mowed when he was 11.
You call
The
him
lad with the hand, and you're just fucking throwing it in his face.
I know, but it's wear gloves, lad. You know what I mean? But no, like I've got to be on camera here, lad. You know what I mean?
Get your fucking cottage cheese fingers away, lad. Horrible.
Look, it looks like one of them ready meal lasagnas. But anyway, sorry, Joe. But yeah,
Sorry.
so I've been
Freddie covers his with a glove.
have some respect, lad. You can go with the knife fingers, push the boat out, but just don't let me.
It looks like if you could have your scrotum and just spread it and it's all veiny.
That is what it looks like, a skin graft. It's what it is.
What happened? That's just out of interest. You got what?
Just on his hand.
He got run over.
He's like, what the
He had inside his room, so his half a little fucking wheel burned on him on his pedal bike.
Weirdly enough, his umbilical cord was attached to his hand and he just had to cut it. Had to cut it short. But yeah, so I was at a gig at a bar in town and I walked in and there was this blonde girl when I walked in and like we made a little bit of eye contact and I thought she's alright. I thought she's quite nice looking, whatever. Done the gig. I was incredibly funny. And but it was. People have said it was one of the best live experiences they've ever seen. And then after the gig anyway, I stayed for a pint in this little pub, and I've got chatting to this girl anyway, and she turned out to be Norwegian. So but like she spoke English, and I was like, thank fuck for that, because I don't know any Norwegian. I've seen Vikings, that's about it. I didn't pick any of it up. And then we've been having a pint, whatever. She was thinking the pint was quite off button, but I was like, I look past it, she's quite fit. And then and then she just put it on my toe. I'll try my best to do a Norwegian accent. She just went, would you like to come back to my place? And I was like, okay, gold member. I was like, sir. She's like, can I paint your shoe hose gold? I was like, yeah. I was like, whatever. And then we get back to hers anyway, and she was very forward. Like she was very, very forward, and like so we got back to hers anyway. But like we started necking, and then she's like, "I'd like you to fuck me," and I was just like, "All right, son." I was like, "Son," I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, cool." I was like, "Let's do that then." So then we're shagging anyway, and then she's sort of like, she's bent over and she goes, "Would you put it in my ass, please?" So I just went, I was like, look, the amount of times I've asked that question and been told no, fuck off. I was like, I'm not going to not say yeah in this situation. So I've just...
Fucking shagging Louis Van Gaal.
She was alright. She was. And then...
that means she wasn't fit.
Yeah.
That means she wasn't fit.
She was fit.
She was like, would you eat my cottage cheese?
It's what happened. It's what happened, which is why I can't
I've got
go.
a feeling I know what's
she was
happened.
heavy. I think you know exactly what's happened.
It's happened to me.
So I've put it in her ass anyway. And then bear in mind, so she was like in her final year doing like a master's, so she still lived in the students' accommodation. So I like students are scruffs, students' accommodations stink. So I've got to smell of shit. And I just thought it's defo just the students' accommodation. And then like you could see the lights flickering through a window, and as I've looked down and the lights come past, there was something going on. Like there was shit like all up the insides of her ass cheeks. It was on my tip, it was in my pubes and that. Know what I mean? It was horrible. And I just went, so I've legged in the bathroom, nearly spewing it, having to try and not get shit under my fingernails. Come out the bathroom before I even finished getting dressed. She goes, okay, get out.
It's easy as that.
Yes,
Simple as that. I felt used.
He was used.
I
I don't know
was.
how I'd feel after
A
that, you know.
shitty bullet for nothing. Look.
You're relaxative.
Honestly, lad, it was horrible. It was horrible. Have you never had shit in your pubes, John?
I think we're all a bit
Do you know what, right?
Yeah, I'm a bit...
Do you know when I die, like, my kids, like, all my kids at the moment is like 14, 9, and 11, right? and they can't stand me because they're just kids. And,
Yeah, of
but
course.
as when they're older, they're going to look back and Google me, and they're going to watch the
This.
likes of this.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to tell the story that But what you've just done, it was like...
Tell a story, John.
I'm the same.
You've had shit in your pubes?
Yeah,
You're old enough to understand. But you're like, if you bum as someone and you're like, you're going to come, and then she might say, come in mouth, and then...
Listen, she's doing ass to mouth, but there's all dead flies on your
Pure
dick.
chocolate milkshake going on up
shit in her
there.
teeth.
Nesquik everywhere
At
in
the
it.
time, this is so bad because this isn't my style. I was filming it.
You're putting your voice on. Come on, lad.
But you know what?
it wasn't me. It was Turkey.
So obviously I went to the toilet to clean myself up and I just deleted it straight away.
Didn't you keep it?
No!
Mad
I
that.
keep that, mate.
I
I
delete
keep
bad
that.
things.
Pure chocolate chips on your teeth. That's wrong.
That's
mate, you know.
proper Hershey's Kisses teeth.
That's the worst experience. It was worse than the cottage cheese. I wasn't going to bring that out. I just had to top yours.
No, well, yeah, well, I had shit on my teeth, so... Right, we'll do a couple more fan questions and then...
Oh, kids, I'm
We'll
sorry.
do a couple more fan
Yeah,
questions. Well, this is a mad one. How much to drink your dad's jizz out of your mum's bumhole?
Well, about
Oh,
dead.
my
so that's not
arsehole's
happening.
dead, so it's pure dust. And my ma's bumhole's dead wide because she's a slag and me married 3 times, so...
But like watching, you know, seeing it go down, like, you know, them things in the magazine, you're a kid, you put the 2p in and it
Just
swears.
watching
Like,
it,
yeah.
yeah.
Who's asked that question?
Do you know what? I'm going to add the name and say it's CW191092.
I'm code name there, lads.
Better to do.
Listen, I'm skint.
How much?
So
Let's
what
say-
am I doing? I'm just sucking a bit of my arsehole's jizz out of my ma's bumhole.
But like when you do it, obviously, because it's going
Gary,
to
you're not
drip
going
in.
to do it.
But yours would be like, you know, if you got a sachet of Kool-Aid. Like when it's just
Kool-Aid, you American.
You're scanning that.
Just like talc out of my ma's ass, just farting in my face, girl.
But it's like strawberry flavour. How much though? He's saying, like,
So I'd clean my credit cards.
How much?
It's only a bit of jizz into my ma's ass, that's wrong. 50 grand.
and you'd actually do it?
Yeah. But no, there's 2 prices. Is it in my ma's where no one knows? 50 grand. If it's on the pod, 52.
Pay for the bridge.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You gotta pay for the bridge.
I'm like, mum, fucking douche first. I can't be asked for shit on my teeth.
Let me
Yeah,
just
boss
do it
that.
first with the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0.
And the weed whack.
And the weed whacker.
weed
We'll do a couple more. This is an interesting one, this. I like this question. Tomorrow, the world's going to end. What's the first thing you do? That's from Ryan Adol 96. Shout out to you, Ryan.
Right, do you know the
Page.
first thing I'd do? I'd stand on the top of Radio City and have a wank.
How are you getting up there?
I don't know.
I'd rather do the shadow, son.
The way up.
Radio
Hello,
City.
Radio
I'd rather do
City.
something taller.
Like that? Oh my god, remember Kev Shears?
Well, you can have my seed.
Never choose FM.
Kev Shears was always better than Rossi on that breakfast show. But yeah, nah, like, let's say breaking news now.
Nah, I
Boom,
don't know.
world's ending at midday tomorrow. You've got just over 12 hours. You've got like 15 hours, 14 hours to live. What are you doing?
I don't actually know. You know,
Ket.
that's a
I
bit
don't
of
know.
a
But it's a-
Get a kettle. Forget about
Just
it.
get off your fucking barney.
Oh, well, do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know why I said this?
Off
get
your
on the
barney.
DMT,
Loads
yeah.
of
Do you
women
know
just
for
sit
doctor-
there and be like,
In it though.
look, let's just all just end
Do you
together.
know
Yeah.
the doctor turned around to me and said, listen, you've got 2 months left to live, right? I would strap like 3 Oz of fucking heroin and just shoot it all up my arm
Yeah.
and not pay the dealers back.
Yeah.
That's dead
I've heard
healthy,
the
that,
DMT,
innit? That's a
I think.
lovely thought
Really?
process.
Yeah.
I would not.
yeah.
I wouldn't.
Screams
I wouldn't
nutrition.
do heroin now. But heroin's meant to be the
Screams
best.
nutrition.
You don't
type
do
thing.
it.
Yeah, but heroin's meant to be the best high of your life, innit? Apparently, that's what they say. I've never done it. I've never
That's
wanted
Danny.
to do it.
He's
But
fucking bad,
if
smackhead.
they said you've got a month to live, fuck, I'm shooting up all day. Why not?
Yeah, I will
And
probably.
imagine they went, oh, we got it wrong. And you
Ah,
I'm so fucking Bobby. Yeah.
this is from this is this next question.
Matty'd buy 110s, real ones.
Yeah.
That girl. We have been the WhatsApp and the podcast, and you've been great.
Yeah, thank you so much. Honestly, thank you so much for watching. John, have you got anything coming up you want to shout out? You want to get the word out, John?
I'm walking from Land's End to John O'Groats. Please go and donate. Thank you.
Go and donate. All the links in the description. Thank you.